If you are right now trying to figure out your purpose or what to create, it may be good to look at what you know and what you have lived through. Some of the most profound movements, actions, and creations on earth from others has come through their past experiences. I can tell you I have heard countless of stories where someone was oppressed or abused, and as soon as they got out of it and found their freedom, they used that experience to help others through the same process of healing. Creating with the power of wisdom is to look at yourself deeply and know what you have come through, what you have discovered and come to know as the sum total of you. Discovering that you went through those events in life to obtain the experience needed to help others with the same problem is one of the greatest realizations that many people have realized. It also heals yourself as a victim, and instead you see yourself as a creator that went through a story to gain the knowledge from that event. We can also create through events that brought us joy and not just suffering, but what we like and enjoy to do with our own free time. What we spend time studying and learning is something we may find purpose in. Wisdom comes through the ability to use our common sense, insight, experience, and apply that all to life. This takes you looking at what you know and enjoy to know further and increase your wisdom in this subject. This is where learning is fun, when it is not forced upon you and you just gain wisdom. From this point, you create wonderful things that you, as a unique creator being, can. The Pleiadians say wisdom and love are the two oscillating wings of creation. It is both your wisdom, your experiences, and it is your loving energy that are powerful tools to create. What you love and what you care about is also what you know and what you have taken close to you as part of yourself. Passion comes through a soul that has a vision or a dream and can bring it to fruition without fear. If it is a dream that largely benefits others, it will come to pass. If it is a dream or vision that benefits a small group of people or harms anyone, it will be met with some resistance from the collective and will not work in the end or will fall apart. YouTube and social media is a great example of people discovering their creative selves. Many YouTube channels are started by what they know and what they have experienced and want to help others with. This is a core example of someone recognizing what they have come to learn and to take that knowledge and apply it to help others or create a business for themselves based on content they can create. When you become a YouTuber, there is a creator channel you are invited to learn more tips and tricks, how to get followers and such, as above, so below. This reflects the nature of the universe, because as you step into taking back your power from the past and no longer being a victim in life, you get invited by your higher self, or the universe, to have access to more knowledge and ways to help you create. It is a beautiful system that supports creation abound on earth from all souls who have their own unique vision and version of reality in all directions and locations on this planet. Now, creating with wisdom has a second part to it, being part of a collective and not a single creator sitting in your own world. You are experiencing real souls around you doing their own thing. So at some point through this willing to create, you need to start to work in harmony with others. If you do not, you will find yourself alone and other souls around you hating you because you are not respecting their vision as well. And that will bring resistance into your reality. Take Hitler, for example. This is the majority fighting back the vision he and others set out for the world that was not in alignment to the collective, but rather his and others' warped perceptions on reality from where they are at spiritually and dimensionally in their own souls. A not so negative example of finally working together is the achievement of a reforestation organization organizing people to plant 79 million mangrove trees in Senegal, Africa. Wisdom is the ability to use logic and insight attuned to what you know and observe about the world. Wisdom can guide you in the right direction of working in harmony with others, while also doing your own thing And truly, this means working towards a collective goal together. Because we are on Earth together, every species is a single unit, made up of individual pieces that represents the nature, plant life, and animal life as well. Also, wisdom can be used to look back at the world and through the ages of humanity it has been through together, and see how far we have come, where we are, and where we are heading. All the top advanced technology CEOs of companies like Elon Musk of Tesla and SpaceX got to their place of position by looking at the timeline of humanity, using the wisdom of the ages to see where humanity was heading, and anticipating the needs of a future generation. Another important thing about creating using wisdom is you must create with authenticity and as either in cooperation with other creator souls or just your own original idea. You can't steal creations in this universe collective, or at least your action will not go unnoticed forever. We must always have mirrors put up to see what we have done in order to spiritually develop. And when one creator being steals another creator being's idea, this causes drama in lives. Not only lawsuits in today's world, but in the conscience of the soul who stole the idea. It is important for your own creative self to be honest with your creations and not take from someone else, just for virtue's sake and love and respect to the other creator you share space with in this world. Intellectual property is something to take seriously in the universe. Although we all stem from Prime Source, there is boundaries and respect needed to be given when we are still individuals, and you cannot move past those without creating in the spirit of harmony and cooperation on Earth first. There is soul fulfillment that a creator being is looking for, and many people know, but sometimes do not want to remember, is if it does not come from you originally, you won't experience the accomplishment of that creation someone already did, but you take credit for. Your higher self knows what you did and what you did not, and is looking for fulfillment and a sense of achievement that is authentic. In this online exercise, I want you to get in touch with your unique wisdom and rely on that to grow into your unique creator self. My wish is that many more consciousness will awaken within others, and they will ignite a passion to start something new in the world or improve on the old. Because when each soul discovers their own personal power, they will not feel lack within and feel that they need to tear others down, control them, or harm them in any way. All souls will be free to be creative beings in a society that respects one another as such, and this will lead to peace, awakening into the sovereign self. So let's go into your wisdom and find your place of wisdom to start creating from that place. You can write this down or you can just simply listen. Number 1, look at your major life events, good and bad, perceived by you, that were a struggle or a joy. It could be a death of a loved one, divorce, illness, abuse, marriage, health, and fitness, accomplishments and achievements. Anything that you can think of that has been some kind of major event that has been an importance to you and something that you have actually truly experienced yourself. Please write down those or just think about it in your mind. All you need to do is recall them at this step. What do you have experience with most in life this far? Number 2. Now, from that list, is there anything that pierces your heart the most with desire to see a need fulfilled in the world? Let me explain. Maybe you did not get a need met in the past when you wanted it, and know what was missing from that event looking back in hindsight, and you would want to not have others go through the same feelings or isolations you did. Or if it is a happy event, then perhaps you feel you really understand how to do something and achieve it. And you have achieved it to a place of confidence within you that you want to help others be able to do the same. If you are ready to figure out what you can now create, continue to the next step. But this step might take some time, so don't rush it and move on when ready. Number 3, using the power of wisdom in creation will take you anticipating and looking a bit into the future of possible versions of reality of what can happen if your vision came to pass. This will help in building both confidence and fear, though. But if you believe in yourself and believe in the powers of others that you have seen create what they want, then you can move past this fear inside. It is important to see possible outcomes to ensure it is a vision or dream that is right for you or for humanity at large. Sometimes our dreams come from our ego self, and sometimes dreams come for looking towards the universal consciousness of the collective and what will benefit. And that's okay if it's a dream that just satisfies your own ego, but just be sure that you understand where you are coming from. For an example, Hitler had a dream that came from his ego or his perception on the world. So did many others who worked with him. If Hitler would have looked into possible resistance, then would he have done what he did and end up losing his battle and vision in the end? For his soul's development's sake, possibly not. I don't know many people who want a life of drama and war and then die for their vision to never see it imagined on Earth. So you can decide the experience you want to have in life based on working for a creation that will experience resistance in its growth from honest folk in life, or encouragement from honest folk in life who want the same thing that you envision too. So at this point, just try to imagine all the possible outcomes of your dream. This will answer the question, is it good for humanity? Is it a dream that satisfies only me, or does it help others? And that is totally fine if it only satisfies you, because it might be a dream about, your own environment or something you want to do for your life. That's fine. But just recognize that and don't apply that vision to everyone at that time. Just try to see if there would be any resistance coming from your vision or your creation or what you want to see happen in the world. Where would that resistance come from? Because when we look at our obstacles that might occur, we're prepared. We're prepared for tackling those obstacles that might occur. This is about a multidimensional perspective on reality and being able to look into the future and see what we need to do now in the present time to prepare and make sure that our dream comes to fruition and that it is something that is working towards the betterment of the collective and is working in peace with others so that you don't experience the resistance. Everybody wants to have their version of happiness, their version of peace and, inner fulfillment. So that's a way to figure out if your creation is going to do that for you. So just take some time and write down maybe some of the resistance that you might feel. And if there is no resistance and you really don't see it, then it's probably something that the collective can benefit from and that you will receive many encouragement and cooperation on this path. Number 4, decide what role you want to play in this world. As a creator being, do you want to be a helper, a harmonizer, a guide, a comedic relief to tragedy, a revolutionary, to start something new? Because you're not just simply a creator with creative intentions, but you also play a role with others. So when you decide what kind of role you want to play, it gives you more power towards your goals, towards your mission and your dreams of what you want to create through that action of that role. So then this all starts to formulate your plan about your own creation. When you decide your role of what to play on Earth, and using wisdom to support you, you can decide a role that is more joyful for you, instead of choosing a role to play that gives you misery and unrest. Like a tyrant or a dictator. You can choose any role for yourself and create something from there. This is creating from a place of consciousness and awareness, rather than unconscious actions and going only from the ego. So take some time in nature or quiet time at home and decide for yourself what would you like to play in this world. Oftentimes it is already linked to what you know or love learning more about. Also, you can create your very own role that's really never existed before. But you can create a role for yourself. And this is not a role that you have to talk about to anyone else, but you keep it inside, and it helps formulate your plan of what would you like to see on Earth and what would you like to create. Number 5. So you may have some ideas of what you have come to learn and earned through the process of life in terms of your experiences. So today, start building a plan for yourself. If you like working for another's dream, then that is completely fine too, because that means that you align to another soul or other souls with the same goal in mind of what to bring in the world together. But if you want to set out and create something on your own because nobody has done it yet, then do it. The world is waiting for you and your creation. And as a unique part of perspective from Prime Source, you are the one meant to do it, to create it. On a personal note, I only feel I can create this Creator Online workshop in the form of videos now because I have discovered my own ability to create after so long of working for others and not seeing my real dream come to head. I still have a lot of ways to go to create a foundation of service I want to provide, but as an empath, I can feel the sadness or restlessness of others who want to make something that doesn't exist on Earth yet, but they are waiting for someone else to do it. And I was there too. I know the feeling. You are sitting on the bench waiting for your name to be called, but that calling comes from within. Seeing a need in the world and fulfilling it yourself to the best of your ability. Chances are your idea or something similar may come to creation by some other soul if you do not produce it yourself, because ideas all come from a shared prime source. But there are unperceived mysteries of the universe that suggest that you are the only one to do what needs to be done on Earth, because you have thought of it within yourself and desire to do it. It was your original thought, born from you as a piece of the universal prime source, that is the vessel of this idea for the collective to experience. May all souls in the new age start to create what they wish in respect and harmony of others' visions for the new Earth together.